Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender show. I'm always jumping up like this, aren't I? Because I want to get myself comfortable, and you feel like you haven't got yourself comfortable when you first put your camera on and your SoundCloud on, just to make sure that everything is motivated and ready. Anyway, hope you've had a great day today at Grassroots Football. I hope whatever you wear, that the referees were respected, and on the sidelines we had no sideline referees. We just had loads and loads of support for the referees and loads of encouragement for the kids on the field of play. Now, I was out and about at Jeffrey Humble today, watching the game under 11s, Litherland Remaker versus River Juniors. Great game, 2-2. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Alex, referee, fantastic, done a great job. All the referees always do a great job anyway. You just got to respect them, because without them there won't be a game. And what we say by that, what we mean by that is you take a referee away from that game and it doesn't seem the same. It really doesn't seem the same. You put a manager in charge of a game, it's a difference. It really is. The kids are all looking like that, the managers, and they're all thinking, hang on, that's our manager, he should be giving us all the decisions. Well, it doesn't happen like that. So what I mean is, when you've got a referee out there, I'm just checking my phone because I thought it was going off in my pocket. No, it wasn't. We all know what phones are like. Can't go without them, can you, these day and age? I feel lost. You put it down somewhere, it's like your life's gone, and you all must be the same. You know, you can't do without it. We're all hooked on it, and it's probably our best friend now. It's always side by side, isn't it? Always. Well, thanks to Sophie as well, who's been a brilliant coach with us for Club DXTL. Done very, very well indeed, and she's only young and she wants to build her own team, and she will be doing that, and if anything I can do to help her, I will give her 100% of my time to make sure she's up and running and winning. Simple, but she'll always be a winner. She's very, very good with the kids, fun and games. That's what you want, especially at 7 years of age. They're not world beaters, they're not professionals. One day they hopefully will be, but these are 7-year-old kids that we need to get them to develop and understand the way the game is at grassroots football. And it's harder than you think. Anyway, what day is it today? Yes, it's Sunday. It's Liverpool Football Club versus Chelsea Football Club in the Carabao Cup final. Well, hopefully we can bring it home. But I'd just like to wish everyone, or now it's tonight's show, isn't it, that you all have a safe journey home. And you know, it's been a brilliant day for you today, regardless of the result. It's simple as that. Now, I'm doing this show before the cup final because I need to get home and prepare for it, because I just hope it's going to be one of those games. I'm not too sure on the team at the moment. I know Salah's gone up there with Nunes and Trent Alexander-Arnold. I don't know. I really don't know. But it'd be nice to have some experienced players back to help the kids out as well. We don't want a bench full of kids in a cup final, do we? We know we've got them. The injuries have been immense for Liverpool this year, and we plodded on. They've got to be the team of the year. You look at Man City, you look at Arsenal, and they've had 1 or 2 injuries, but not basically the full team. And we've plodded on through it. We've had great results. The team performed. The kids have come in, and they've played absolutely fantastic football. We can't knock them, and we all know about Conor Bradley. What a player, what a future player. He's definitely going to be one of these world best, isn't he? And thankfully we have him at Liverpool Football Club. He's probably one of the best youngsters you're going to see. I know there's plenty of them, but hey, come on. Tackles, his football, his whereabouts, his nous, you'd think he'd been in the team for many years. It's just unreal. I love his runs into the area and the passing of the ball. Great eye, great vision. What a player. Definitely a Liverpool player. Anyway, yes, good luck and safe journey home to everyone out there. The weather's been fine today, especially at grassroots football. And as I say, I was out there earlier on. It was nice to meet up with Chris O'Sullivan having a little chat with him and the referees, the young referees, having a chat before they all went out on their games. And I talked to Steve. He was great. After Dave, we just sit there, have a little conflab before each game, and it was nice to meet one or two of the parents as well on the sidelines. It's and a little gab. But as I say, it was cold, the sun was getting up, and it was starting to get a little bit warmer. But you've got to respect the referees because they're there for 4 or 5 games. Yeah, it's money in the pocket, that's fantastic, but we can all go home after the game, can't we? Put our feet up, relax, get on with our day, and yet they're still there game after game after game to make sure that the kids have got a game to play with a referee, proper referee. As we said earlier, it's you put a manager in charge, it's not really the same. We need our referees, and there's been plenty of them this year, I must admit. And if you look on social media, I'm pretty happy with what I see on social media. You'll always see the odd comment regarding should they have done this with referees, what happens in their games, but I don't really see this at the moment where it has really got out of hand. There will be all over the country, you know, and we've got our national REFspect at Don't Cross the Line and the REFspect programme, and we keep plodding on with that because we have our REFspect Awareness Weekend on the 6th of April. Thanks again to the PFA, the Professional Footballers Association. Absolutely brilliant for supporting our t-shirts yet again. Liverpool, Everton, we're just awaiting a comeback from Liverpool, but I should get that after the cup final because I know Craig is always away, and we've had a busy week this week with Luton and then obviously with Chelsea. So I should imagine the office would have moved up to Wembley Stadium by now. All the fans will be there, all the officials, all getting prepared. So let's just hope we have a fantastic game. I think we've got a free week next week up till Saturday, Southampton in the FA Cup. So if we can bring this home and then begin our run in the FA Cup, wow, then what more could we ask for? Anyway, whatever you've been today, and I know many grass pitches were called off due to the weather, and I know there was many grass pitches where games went ahead and they weren't called off. So it was 50-50 today. All depends what the drainage system was like. Well, I know Jeffrey Humble, that's bad drainage system, and I think Botanic Park as well. I think they were called off, and I'm not too sure how many other games were off. But I feel sorry for the managers and the teams who've only had something like 8 games, played 8 games all season, and I think that's probably one of the worst that I've seen or heard of yet. And I'm still getting people, I was talking to them today, still saying that they're not happy. The money they're paying to get these games, I'm sure the leagues will sort something out, but I think whoever own the grass pitches, they should be sorting something out with them as well. If they're called off, I think there should be some sort of refund or going on to next year's payment for them to carry forward. Great idea. But yeah, let's just hope, you know, because you want these players. I don't know what that is on SoundCloud, where that's come from. But anyway, I'll deal with that in a minute, because if I press it, I don't know where it's going to come from, but it's asking me to make a comment, and I don't want to do that yet. But I'll get onto it at the end of this show. But anyway, welcome to all our listeners from SoundCloud. Thank you very much for following us and joining us, and I know there's plenty from abroad as well listening to the show. What days, I'm not too sure, but they do. But DXTL TV from the Touchlines, sign up to that because it's free. Subscribe to it, should I say. It's free, and you can actually come on this show if you want to. Send me an email, mal@don'txtheline.com. Send me an email if you'd like to come on. We want to discuss 1 or 2 things about grassroots football. But as I said yesterday, the fun for me has totally gone out of the game. It really has. I'm standing there and watching coaches, I'm watching managers making, not all of them, but making the game a professional game. Kids aren't professional, kids are developing. Why are we making it so professional? Why is this happening in grassroots football? Have your say. mal@don'txtheline.com. Get on the show with us, and we need to discuss a lot of things. And as I say, the fun has totally gone out of grassroots football, and I'm watching. Honestly, I can see standing on the sidelines, and believe it or not, I'll probably make an announcement that I'm maybe just folding the club, Don't Cross the Line FC, after 2 years, because probably I've just seen enough, had enough. And as I say, the biggest thing is the fun has got out of grassroots football. And obviously I'll do a show regarding why I've made that decision at the end of it. We've got a couple of teams, successful teams, I must add. And it's unfortunate that we may be moving on. But I want to find something for Sophie, having a chat with Sophie, what we can do to prolong the team, keep in the club, you know, and see what we can do. But I've just had it. I really have had it with grassroots football. I'll keep on with Don't Cross the Line, carry on with my REFspect programme. Blame my son, he taught me into starting the club up yet again. I didn't want to do it at first, and now I 100% know the reason why I did not do it. But there's more to it than meets the eye. And it'll probably open a lot of a can of worms probably when we start talking about it, but I will not be affiliated with any county FA. We'll be back to independent with Don't Cross the Line. And I believe that we still got an unblemished couple of seasons with the team. Sorry, I've just heard a funny noise there, didn't know what that was. It was maybe just slipping off the chair once again. Unblemished with the referees. We've got great friendship, I'd say, with them. They respect us, we respect them, and managers and coaches as well. But my son put a poll up the other week on Instagram, and it was, is there hate and jealousy grassroots football? 100% yes, or 99.9% yes it was. Someone saying no. Now, I'm not too sure where those people come from, but if you've been in grassroots football for many years, you will know there's a lot of jealousy and hatred towards teams. If teams are good, teams are really good, kicking the ball, playing football, other teams will detest them. We're not playing them, they're too good. And I found a bit out there yesterday when we come back up to a stronger level, and the attitudes of the kids, the way they performed, the way they tried to perform, what they were saying to me, and the parents as well. You cannot win every game. You really can't. Grassroots football is a game of development, and you need to work with the kids, especially 6-year-old, 7-year-old kids, to develop them. Honestly, you do. But unfortunately, it's not to be, and I'll probably make an official announcement soon. But things that goes on in leagues, things that go on in grassroots football with teams, what you're doing, the tournaments, the cost of it. There's a million things that we can talk about, and all the stats as well, and fines. What coaches and managers have to go through, voluntary, may I add. And I'll be calling for some sort of payment off governing bodies to help coaches and managers run teams, because referees are classed as volunteers but get paid. I'm 100% behind the referees for the work that they do and what we do on the sidelines to protect them. People would ask me the question, now you know what's happened with referees, Mal, you know, we always have this, we always have that, and why do you support these referees? First and foremost, the referees give up their time anyway, okay, they get paid, and they'll do many games. So they're bound to get tired by the last game, I must admit. But it's not just about the referees. You see, when you've got irate parents or spectators on the sidelines and they're mouthing off, they're always going to pick the target, who happens to be the person in the middle, the referee. Yes, male or female, they are a target. So it's like you with the bow and arrow. There you go, there's the target, hit the bullseye. And when that referee blows a whistle, one side may be up for it, brilliant, fantastic, what a decision. When the other side will start slating the referee, and vice versa. It happens. That referee can only give what they see. So then you'll have the irate parents and spectators from the sidelines throwing all the abuse towards that referee, basically stating that the referee has caused them to lose the game. You know, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. So we protect the referee, because while you've got the irate parents and spectators from the sidelines hailing the abuse at the referee, all the kids on that field, your kids, your grandkids, your brothers, your sisters, whichever they may be, your sons, your daughters, it's your kids who are hearing all the verbal abuse and watching and listening to all of the aggressive behaviour, the comments, the vile comments, and sometimes we see fighting on and off the field of play. We do. Now, we need to put that to bed. So we at Don't Cross the Line support our referees to try and stop this, because all coaches and managers as well as Don't Cross the Line, have a duty of care for all the kids that they have in their team. Health and safety, safeguarding, DBS, you name it. The managers and the coaches have to go through all that. And obviously when you see some sort of violence on the field of play, no manager in the right mind would want to stand back and see two kids hurt themselves. Me, I can't stand it. I don't like to see kids getting hurt, regardless. If it's a fight, there's a boxing school there. We have a boxing school. They can all go to the gyms and box as long as they want, as much as they want. But on a football field, it's about football. It's about football. It's not about fighting, and we need to drum that into our kids. We need to show loads of respect on the field of play and to each other. And this is what we do with Don't Cross the Line. We try to instill this into our kids at a young age. At a young age. And I've got a safeguarding responsibility to protect all kids. While I'm coach, while I'm manager, with our coach as well, we need to protect those kids on the field of play. If they get injured, you're over to them. You're trying to work out, are they okay? Are they okay to carry on? You'll take them off. If they have a head injury, you'll take them off. You'll look after them. Now, even in a boxing match, a referee will stop a fight if you think it's going too far. Kids, adults, regardless, the referee will stop a fight. On a football field, there should never, ever be a boxing match. There should never be. There should be a disagreement, an argument, and that's it. And the coach and the manager can step in and try and stop it all, because once again, we have a duty of care. And we need to protect all the children on the field of play. Now, if we stood back, all of us as coaches and managers, and let the kids knock hell out of each other, then what sort of manager would you be? What sort of a coach would you see? Especially if one of those kids ended up in hospital and you hadn't lifted a finger to help them. Your name would be mud. Everyone would be having a go at you. Everyone has a go at you if you step in anyway. But at the end of the day, this is part and parcel of a coach and a manager, what they have to go through week in, week out as volunteers. And this is part of what I'm saying about stepping down and folding the club for next year, because there's not a lot of respect towards the managers and coaches within grassroots football. There isn't. And they'll just bend over backwards 100% and give their all for the kids in their team. And that's what we do with the referees as well. We want to support our referees because, going back, they are the targets in grassroots football from irate parents and spectators. And no matter how many times you try to tell your parents or other parents about the swearing that the kids are listening to it on the field of play and copying you, because first and foremost you're the role models, it won't end until you get the warning off committee. It doesn't end. And you know, it's a shame. It's a shame what is happening in grassroots football. So I'll do an extended show at the end of the year and I'll announce why we are probably folding the club, and also we will continue with Don't Cross the Line because that's our forte, that's where we are, that's where we belong, still protecting all the kids on the field of play. and making a difference within grassroots football, and we've been doing that since 2023. And I hope everyone out there understands where I'm coming from. I'm trying to improve the game on the field of play, off the field of play, from the sidelines to the touchlines to the centre circle, with the referees, with the committees, and bring everyone together. Like Don't Cross the Line has been bringing people together since 2003. And I hope you'll all respect the work that we do with Don't Cross the Line, the volunteer work, and our REFspect campaign, and our heart to goal to make a difference for you and your child. Okay, thanks very much for tuning in. We'll be back again on Friday evening. Good luck to Liverpool. Let's just hope they can bring it home. If not, well done Chelsea. That's all I can say. In the meantime, we'll be back on Friday evening with our young commentators. So myself, Mal Lee and all the team here at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, REFspect programme, Heart of Goals initiatives, and our No Ref No Game campaign. We'll see you on Friday evening. Have a great week. Enjoy your work if you've got it, and we'll see you on Friday. Good night, God bless.